Man, here's what I'll tell you is 7-3, all right? First division win, all right? And, man, how similar was that to the first game we played against those guys?
First and goal. Manungai gets it and walks in.
Hey, man, we're going to keep it rolling, baby. First division win. Hey, man, this ain't the same old Bears no more.
Hey, thank you for joining Justin and myself for this Dad Bods and Touchdowns victory Sunday for the Bears and the 49ers. The Bears pulling another close one, 19-17 against the Minnesota Vikings, getting their first divisional win. And not just a first divisional win, but they did it on the road. So there was definitely some problems in the first quarter with Caleb Williams, some overthrows and so on and so forth, but he did finish 16 for 32, 93 yards, and he did get sacked twice for negative 13 yards. Swift, who I want to talk about here shortly, 21 carries, 90 yards, 4.3 yard average. Then you had Manungai, 12 carries, 23 yards, but he did have the touchdown. Cole Kmet, 5 catches for 45 yards. Rome had 2 catches for 41 yards. Wilson Loveland showed up with 3 catches for 40 yards, and Luther Burden, 3 catches for 27 yards. Before I get deep into it, let's look at the total team stats. And total first downs, 19 for the Bears, 15 for Minnesota. And then I'll go to the total yard, 320 for the Bears. The Bears defense did hold Minnesota to 265 total yards, which to me is a pretty good deal when you're facing Jay Jetta. Yeah, exactly. You know, I will say this, JJ McCarthy is definitely a building process watching him play like today. Yes, like most definitely. But you still have Mason as far as for running the ball and Jones running the ball. You have, obviously Jay Jetta on one side of it. I mean, it's not an easy offense to face. And I thought that the Bears did a decent job defensively for them. They created 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions, obviously one from Wright, one for Baird. Overall, I think it was a gutsy, pull it out victory for the Bears. I like to see those victories sometimes, just not every weekend. Every weekend. It's crazy. The biggest takeaway I've gotten as I was watching this, and we'll talk about Caleb Williams in a minute, I want to talk about DeAndre Swift because we've definitely called for a change at running back. It seems like since he's come back from his injury later in the game, he's a very, very strong running back. A very strong running back at the end of the game. I mean, the last, I would say, quarter and a half, when you really need that running game to come through for you, he's done really well. I mean, am I just looking at it through blue and orange goggles, or, I mean, is it legit that he's proving as a back for the Bears?
I think that game he was out and seeing Manungai go off might have gave him a fire under his ass, and now they have a fucking two-headed. If one goes down, the other person can carry the load, is I think what we're seeing. Because we've seen Manungai do it, and I think Swift, if he can stay healthy with carrying that load, will be better than Manungai, because I think, like you said, that injury may have lit a fire under that since he came back. He's been very well with running the ball, and he's played like a better overall running back.
Yes.
Always been good in the receiving game, but now he's starting to learn how to go more in between the tackles, and Chiefs' old offense coordinator, Eric Bieniemy, the running backs coach, might be a reason for that, just the way he gets into his running backs, what.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen that in a lot of the preseason and training camp videos that came out as far as how he handles situations. So let's touch base on it real quick. Caleb Williams, I know we have 2 different views on this, and that's okay. I thought he struggled first quarter without a doubt. Overthrows, not so much underthrows. It just seemed like he was overthrowing guys. Come to the second quarter, I think he was better. Third quarter was better. Fourth quarter definitely was Caleb Williams' clutch time. He needs receivers to catch the damn ball. Even Burden had a drop today. We've seen Odunze have a drop. We've seen Moore have a drop. And DJ Moore's hands used to be great. And not to take anything away from him, because let's face it, that catch he had where he caught it and then squeezed it between his knees and slid his hand underneath and continued through the catch to make sure he had it, that was good stuff to me. The Broncos actually just beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So with them beating the Chiefs, by the way, not to change it up, the Chiefs are now 4 games back from the Broncos in that division.
Yeah.
All right, back to the Bears.
I just watched that, and to my picks this week. Good fucking game, though. Good fucking game.
Yeah. All right. Be gentle, but let's talk about Caleb Williams real quick.
Caleb Williams, I think it's more the first half, the first 3 quarter struggles. Like you said, he did improve after the first, but the inconsistency with him in the fourth, or the first 3, my bad, it makes me worry, like if they do get into playoffs, that they can win a playoff game, because you can't play that inconsistent and win in the playoffs. Now, in the regular season, if you make improvements compared to last year, heck yes, and that's what Bears fans want to see. So I don't think it was the best game, but he did come up big when it mattered the most again. So he is doing the right thing with the right head coach and the right system.
Right.
No complaints on my end here. Like
Go ahead.
No critiques on my end. Like I could be very critical, but like overall, big picture, the stats weren't that great, but he played fucking well when it mattered. And at the end of the day, the game is to win the football game. The defense sucked when it mattered, and Williams and special teams won the game. Like, people can critique him all day. He still won the fucking football game at the end of the day.
Yeah, when I seen them give up that late touchdown, I'm not going to lie. I was like, all right, they got 3 timeouts, 50 seconds, and Caleb Williams. That's exactly what came in my mind. And I'm like, wasn't worried this week. I mean, my heart was pumping a little bit faster than it normally does. But that's how comfortable I'm feeling with Caleb Williams, especially in the fourth quarter. I agree, definitely in the first quarter. You've seen the text come across our group chat. Eric, who is not with us doing this post game, actually was at the game, and he talked to us briefly before we went on to record this. And he said to see Caleb Williams in person do what he does to evade getting sacked or prolong the play, he says, is crazy. He said it's crazy. He says, when you see it in person, it's just nuts. So I will continue to back Caleb Williams. I said last week I will no longer call him a bust, and I stick to that. I think he is our franchise quarterback. I think he's proven it every week, and given Bears fans a reason to cheer for him. So,
can I add one thing to it's not the Caleb Williams thing, it's the more DJ Moore. The couple drops he had were very costly. I'm not going to be too negative, but like, because that one catch was very good, but the drops from supposed to be the number 1 wide receiver on our team, who just got paid last year, is not good.
No, I agree.
And Eric would yell at me and all that. I know that, but like,
Eric might agree with that, because I mean, even the one that he dropped across the middle, and Eric turned around and shot us a text and just said another drop. These drops are every week, and we bag on Caleb a little bit for being inconsistent. We get on the fact of how he is in the first quarter of this game. We talked about it already. But the bottom line is these wide receivers have to show up for him. They have to be there for him. And when you're dropping the ball, it's not helping his stats. I mean, the stats aren't going to look great when you got 5 to 7 drops per game. I mean, that's going to hurt your completion percentage for sure. For Minnesota, AJ looked like a rookie. 16 of 32. He had a couple drops. Addison had a major drop for him, actually, in the fourth quarter. But 150 yards. He did have 1 touchdown, but he threw those 2 costly interceptions for them. He did throw that touchdown for them to go ahead, like I said, when I wasn't worried, because there's 50 seconds left. But overall, good victory for the Bears. Going to continue to ride Caleb and think that he is our franchise quarterback. 49ers win today. Justin, tell me a little bit about that. Give us a rundown.
Brock Purdy, first game back, 3 TDs, 200 yards, sacked 1 time. First, I'd say quarter and a half, he looked rusty. But other than that, he looked like him old self. It worries me because of the turf toe. I don't know how long he's going to be able to zing the ball in there without planting on his back foot. Special teams on the returning end looks good, but they're lackluster when they are on the defensive side of it. Very much unwanted penalties. Niners suffered a couple more injuries on the defense. One, Bethune, their backup middle linebacker, got injured, who replaced Warner, who has been led the league in tackles since week 6, got injured. So that's Nick Martin, the rookie, looked decent today, who replaced him. But I don't know what the fuck else they can do if their defense just keeps getting riddled on the side.
Good thing you guys are playing the Cardinals. Is that what you're telling me?
No, not at all. I don't know who they're playing. Their defense looked bad against the Cardinals.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jacoby Brissett was 47 of 57, threw for 452 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So, yeah, I guess they gave up the yards for sure. But their victory, I mean, 41-2, that's a big victory. And for your quarterback to only throw for 200 yards and still get 3 touchdowns out of that, pretty productive offensively. Not surprised from a Kyle Shanahan coach team.
No, not at all. And Diamador Lenore, what I want to say about the Niners defense is very injured, but Diamador Lenore, everyone overlooks him as a top tier corner in the NFL, like a true number one. He had a pretty good interception today, had a big play. It was in the third quarter that was crucial. It was on a 3rd and long. Jacoby Brissett threw it deep to Michael Wilson, and he last second looked up and put his hands up, but not enough to interfere with Michael Wilson's hands and knocked the ball out right before it got there. So how you talked about Jalen Johnson being underrated last year, this year I'm going to bring up Diamador Lenore. The Niners paid him for a reason, and I think it's time for people to start respecting Diamador Lenore as a top 10 corner in the NFL because he plays week to week like that. He can tackle, gives up more plays than like Jalen Johnson, Sauce, Pat Surtain. Those are the best of the best. He's not that by any means, but he will bust his ass every week. That's why I think he's very underrated.
Gotcha.
And he's the only he's still like the one person on the Niners defense from the beginning of the season that is there. Besides D. Winters, the other middle linebacker. And if one of those two goes down, they're going to be in big trouble.
I wouldn't disagree.
And,
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, also, Nick Martin did have a couple big plays at the end of the game because of Bethune's injury, but Nick Martin, the rookie they drafted from Oklahoma State, was injured, got healthy, and he had a couple good plays. So I'm excited to see what happens to him. If he looks like how he did in the fourth quarter, I might almost say bench Bethune and just play Martin and D. Winters because they're faster and both they play the same style, but I think it'll be better because play the young guy, he's quicker.
Gotcha. And jump back real quick to the Bears. You mentioned Jalen Johnson. Obviously, he didn't play today. I want to bring up, you had Wright and then McLeod out there for the most part on the Bears defense. Stevenson ended up getting hurt. Those guys did a good job. I mean, you figure Jay Jetta was held to 61 yards. Addison was held to 20 yards. And Hawkinson was held to 39 yards. I mean, our secondary did fairly well. Would you agree?
I think it's also because of you go back to week 1, the practice squad player that was been playing, he covered Jettas again this week, and he covers them well because he used to practice with them. So
he was covering Addison on the one play and picked off McCarthy. Yeah, that was a beautiful interception, actually.
Oh, 100%.
And I think he definitely relished that moment. He was obviously took it in, and you could see that it was pretty emotional for him, considering he was a practice squad player, like you said, and to be able to go in back into Minnesota with a different team that believed in you and be able to intercept it. And I mean, that's 2 interceptions too, because he had that pick 6 in week 1 off of McCarthy too. So
yeah, no, that's very true. It's weird to see the Bears win close games again with defense, especially with how bad the defense has been this year. You're used to seeing the offense come up big. The defense had multiple stops today. Surprising.
Until the end, unfortunately, when McCarthy drove him right down the field.
Yeah, I was worried. I was really worried. It was week 1 flashbacks. McCarthy, for whatever reason, he's playing like a rookie and all that, but fourth quarter hits and he needs to make a comeback. He always makes the other team nervous. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah. And McCarthy's going to be good when it's all said and done. I do believe that.
I can see it because I think he is just a competitor. His receivers are getting frustrated, so I think after this season, he'll spend all offseason with them just getting that chemistry and all that.
Right. But the thing we have to be real with is, I mean, the inconsistency would be because he's had inconsistent time when it comes to actually playing an NFL quarterback due to injuries. So I think once he gets over that hump, it'll be a lot better. I'll tell you right now, that NFC North
is in trouble.
They're 4 quarterbacks, period. I mean, you think about it. I think
they
personally,
have 4 top 15 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah. I think Goff is number 1. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I'm not being a homer when I say this. I believe Williams is number 2. I think Love is number 3. And until McCarthy can grow as a quarterback, McCarthy be number 4.
I mean, look, I agree.
I think Love's overrated. I've said it from the get-go. I stay to that, but it's exciting to watch as a Bears fan to see the rising of the Chicago Bears. Even though the Packers did beat the Giants today, we are still
the thing.
In first place right now. By
half game. Love is overrated as fuck. Don't get me wrong, but all that. But again, in the fourth quarter when it mattered, he made the plays to get the win. Like, he can suck all game. Their defense is so good. If he plays if they're down by 10 and he has a stellar fourth quarter, they're probably going to win that game because
Yeah,
their
but
defense is legit.
Yeah, but let's be real. The Giants have done what in the last 3 weeks in the fourth quarter?
And it was Jameis Winston who also threw the game-losing interception, too, to be real.
Right. But I'm just saying that when you talk about the Giants, they had a big lead against Denver and blew it in the fourth quarter. They had a lead in Chicago and blew it. They had a lead in New York against Green Bay and blew it. So I don't take too much into account for them coming back or Love coming back on, because Love hasn't been able to do that against the games, obviously, that he's lost. Makes
real
sense.
Quick
but,
before I was going to say real quick on Bears before I go flip back to Niners. Just a couple things I wrote down from this game. I think DJ Moore has to go after the season. Colston Loveland is the real deal, and he needs to be the Bears' focal point. He has sure hands. He gets open. I'm not saying Komet's wrong. Komet, but Loveland.
He had some good yards.
He did, very
today.
sure.
Yeah.
Komet had the big catches, but I'm with Loveland, since he's been healthy and gotten his feet under him and learned the speed of the game, he has been the sure point in the Bears offense.
Yeah.
I thought Rome was going to be the man, but it looks like Loveland is the dude.
Yeah.
And I would involve Burden more at this point than Rome. That's my point.
I agree.
Bears defense struggled. They had a couple big plays, but they struggled in the fourth, like you said. Special teams, Cairo Santos has got to go. Got to go.
Even though he kicked the winning field goal, I'm giving you shit. You know that.
Yes.
Because you know
I
my
know you're
feeling
giving
on
me
it.
shit. Eric would be like, I don't care. He blah, blah, blah. But
yeah, Eric would talk about how great he is.
They wouldn't have even to get the game. Or no, they would have still had to get the game-winning field goal. Maybe because of one he missed.
Yeah.
Was it extra point or field goal he missed before halftime?
No, that was field goal.
Yeah, that would have been the difference right there.
Yep. No, I agree. All right, finish up with San Francisco.
San Fran, Niners defense played above their caliber, even though it was with Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals. They're playing with third strings and practice squad players, and they're causing turnovers and getting interceptions. I'm surprised that they even won this game, to be honest. And CMC and Kittle, with Brock Purdy healthy, the 49ers offense is still elite. I don't care who they play. If Purdy is healthy and CMC and Kittle are healthy, they can just score with anyone. Might not win the game, but I think they can keep up with anyone.
That's that system. We talk about it almost every podcast.
And Nick Martin, I already brought him up. He may be legit because he made some very acrobatic tackles today that I didn't think a lot of middle linebackers could make.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to see it. I'm sure I will, especially when the Bears beat them later on this season.
That's not happening, son. That defense is going to get lit up by fucking.
See.
You shall see. With CMC is going to probably rush for 3
see.
TDs again, and Kittle will have 2 TDs himself. Probably it's okay.
We shall see.
Bears defense trash.
Jalen Johnson will be back, and you even said this past week. He's
great. He's not guarding Kittle though. That's the thing. Kittle doesn't line up on the outside like the tight ends.
You're gonna have Edwards and Edmonds both back,
and Gordon maybe.
And Gordon,
but I don't think Edwards or
and
Edmonds
CJ
cover.
Gardner.
Yeah,
Johnson.
CJ. They're not shutting down Kittle, man. There's maybe 1 or 2 middle linebackers that can guard Kittle, and one of them is on his own team.
We shall see. We shall. It's gonna be a fun week.
It's still
gonna be
weeks
a fun
away.
Week that week.
We gotta go. We're gonna go live on Discord for that while I'm in Germany.
Oh yeah, that's right. You will be in Germany. That way you'll just hit disconnect, right? I'm not watching this shit.
No, it'll probably be out at the bar we're at, honestly.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, what do you got in closing there, Justin? Thank you, by the way, for joining me today.
No problem. Good weekend of football. Michigan escaped the win with the hair on their ass, but I'll take it. It's a victory. Niners destroyed the Cardinals.
At Wrigley.
Yeah, at Wrigley, which very fun game for them. Niners won and Bears won. Good weekend for football. I'm not complaining.
Right. All right. Bears, 3 victories in a row now and are 7-3. And probably will get over the wins that I thought they would. I said 8-9 this season. I'm thinking 9-10 maybe. And who knows? Maybe playoffs. We do have some strong games coming up. We got the Steelers next week to look forward to. We'll see if we can finally beat Aaron Rodgers. That's the big question. We'll see if Warren ends up healthy because Warren was out by the end of today's game. Then we move on to the Eagles. Hey, guys, we got 3 tough weeks. We've got the Steelers, the Eagles, and we got the Packers. All 3 of those games really matter because the Packer one is in Green Bay. So that's what we get to look forward to.
I think we go 1-2 in that stretch.
I'll be honest with you. If they go 1-2 in the stretch, I'll be happy. I'll be
I
happy.
can see him beating Pittsburgh 100%.
We shall see. I mean, like I said, we'll see what the extent of Warren's injury was today. I don't fully know what happened to him. I just know he was out because I have my fantasy league and he was out. So
Rodgers also went out too in the second half or in the
Yeah.
second quarter with a non-throwing hand injury,
And
but he's playing the Bears.
Jacobs
He's going to
left.
play. Yeah,
Jacobs left Green Bay. So, but he screwed my parlay over that I had for anytime touchdowns. I just needed him to score a touchdown and I would hit my parlay. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But we appreciate you stopping by, take a listen. Do us a favor, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. We're out. Peace.